Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel Act 1. The anomaly. For centuries, our understanding of the solar system seemed complete, a neat collection of planets orbiting our sun, each in its well-defined path. From the fiery surface of Mercury to the icy expanse of Neptune, we mapped, we measured, we catalogued. But what if, beyond the familiar celestial dance, something vast and unseen lurks in the cosmic shadows? What if our solar system, the very neighborhood we call home, is hiding a ghost planet? A colossal world whose presence is felt but never directly observed. This is the tantalizing mystery of Planet 9, a hypothetical giant whose existence could rewrite the textbooks and redefine our place in the cosmos. Imagine a realm far, far beyond Neptune, the outermost known major planet. This is the Kuiper Belt, a vast disk of icy bodies, remnants from the solar system's formation, stretching billions of miles from the sun. It is a region teeming with dwarf planets like Pluto, comets, and countless smaller objects, all orbiting in a relatively orderly fashion, influenced by the gravitational pull of the sun and the known gas giants. But as our telescopes peered deeper into this frigid frontier, scientists began to notice something profoundly unsettling. A peculiar pattern emerged from the data, a subtle but persistent anomaly that defied conventional explanation. A handful of these distant Kuiper Belt objects, known as extreme trans-Neptunian objects or ETNOs, displayed orbits that were strangely clustered. Instead of being randomly scattered across the sky, their paths seemed to align in an improbable way. Their perihelia, the points in their orbits where they come closest to the sun, were all pointed in roughly the same direction. Even more remarkably, their orbital planes were tilted in a similar fashion, as if an unseen hand were gently nudging them into alignment. It was like finding a dozen boats in a vast ocean, all inexplicably drifting towards the same invisible point on the horizon, their sails angled in unison. The odds of such an arrangement occurring purely by chance were astronomically low, less than 1 in 100. Perhaps even less than 1 in 10,000. This was not just a statistical fluke, it was a cosmic whisper, hinting at a powerful, hidden influence. The Kuiper Belt, though vast, is also incredibly sparse. The objects within it are separated by immense distances, making direct gravitational interactions between them unlikely to produce such a coherent pattern. The known planets, from Jupiter to Neptune, exert their influence, shaping the orbits of many Kuiper Belt objects. But their combined gravity could not account for this specific, clustered alignment of the ETNOs. Something else, something massive and distant, had to be responsible. This anomaly, this cosmic fingerprint etched into the fabric of our outer solar system, became the central puzzle. It sparked a scientific investigation that combined cutting-edge observational astronomy with sophisticated computational modeling, all in pursuit of a ghost. A world that, if it exists, would be a true ninth planet, a silent sentinel guarding the farthest reaches of our solar system, its presence only betrayed by the gravitational ripples it sends through the icy abyss. Implications were staggering. A major planet, perhaps several times the mass of Earth, could be hiding in plain sight, yet remain completely unseen. The hunt was on, not for a faint star or a distant galaxy, but for a missing piece of our own cosmic puzzle, a potential neighbor whose very existence challenges our understanding of how solar systems are built and what secrets they might still hold. Act 2, the first clues the idea of a hidden planet beyond the known reaches of our solar system is not new. Indeed, the history of astronomy is punctuated by similar quests, driven by the subtle gravitational tugs on known celestial bodies. The discovery of Neptune in 1846 stands as a monumental testament to this method of prediction by perturbation. French mathematician Urbain Le Verrier and British astronomer John Couch-Adams independently calculated the position of an unseen planet based on irregularities in Uranus's orbit. Their predictions were so precise that Neptune was found almost exactly where it was expected, a triumph of Newtonian mechanics. Decades later, similar discrepancies in Neptune's orbit led Percival Lowell to famously search for Planet X, a quest that ultimately led to the discovery of Pluto in 1930. While Pluto turned out to be too small to account for the predicted perturbations, the precedent was set. Gravitational anomalies could point the way to new worlds. Fast forward to the early 21st century, and the stage was set for a new chapter in this cosmic detective story. The key players in this modern investigation emerged from the California Institute of Technology. Konstantin Batygin, a theoretical astrophysicist, and Mike Brown, a planetary astronomer often dubbed Pluto Killer for his role in the dwarf planet's reclassification. Their work was not initially focused on finding a new planet, but rather on understanding the dynamics of the Kuiper Belt. They, along with other astronomers, were meticulously charting the orbits of the most distant objects discovered in this region, the aforementioned extreme trans-Neptunian objects. The critical observation that sparked the Planet 9 hypothesis came from a handful of these ETNOs. Objects like Sedna, discovered by Mike Brown himself in 2003, and 2012 VP-113, nicknamed Biden, stood out. These objects never came closer to the Sun than about 50 astronomical units, or AU, where 1 AU is the distance from the Earth to the Sun. More importantly, their orbits were highly elliptical and had extremely distant aphelia, the points farthest from the Sun, stretching hundreds of AU. As more of these objects were discovered, a pattern began to solidify. In 2014, astronomers Chad Trujillo and Scott Shepard published a paper noting the orbital similarities of Sedna and 2012 VP-113, suggesting the possibility of a perturbing body. But it was Badajian and Brown who, in 2016,